Last time out, we lost in the quarter-finals of the EFL Trophy to Bradford City, which means we can focus on the league. And we managed to get a win against Wycombe Wanderers to give ourselves points going into today's episode, because today we have a game in hand. And if we win that game in hand, we would go 4 points clear at the top of the table. It's a very warm welcome to episode number 75 from the bottom to the top, as we try and take a National League South side, in this case Weymouth, from the bottom all the way up to the top. And this is our journey. My name's Mark, and on today's episode we have for you two games, both in League Two. As I said, we're knocked out of the EFL Trophy, which means we're not in any cup competitions now for the rest of the season. Which isn't necessarily a bad thing, and concentrate on getting promoted out of League Two, which is the easiest thing to do. It's not as difficult as the National League, and it's probably not so difficult as getting out of League One into the Championship, but that's for another day. So that is our task today, and we have a golden opportunity to open a gap at the top of the table. And all we have to do, is beat AFC Wimbledon in our first game, which is our game in hand today. As you will see at the top of the table here, in fact, everybody apart from ourselves and AFC Wimbledon have played 32 games, which means we have that game in hand. And if we were to win that game in hand, we would open the gap. At the moment, we're 1 point clear of Wigan in second. We'd open the gap up to 4 points at the top of the table. And also not only 4 points, but we would be 11 points clear of Shrewsbury, more importantly, in fourth place, because it would be nice to be promoted as champions. But the task is to be promoted come what may. That's the golden thing to do. Don't forget, if you do enjoy today's episode, leave me that big thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification button, leave me a comment, let me know whether you're enjoying the series and all the rest of it, what you'd like to see me do in FM 25, and of course whether you want me to do more shirt reveals and things like that, and also videos about how to make like we have done 3D shirts and all those sort of things. Let me know in the comments what you'd like to see me do, and we will try and do that for you. Thank you very much to all those who have subscribed and so on and so forth in recent times. I've noticed there is a couple that have dropped off, but hopefully we'll pick those back up again. And of course, you can follow everything that is going on this channel by following me on X at JustOffsideFM. Right, well, not much to bring you up to date with. Obviously, we've had a bit of a sort of check in to see what's what with regards to the top of the table there, what we need to do, and so on and so forth. We have, being the 1st of February, got to the end of the transfer market. So I guess the thing to do right now is to have a look and see. We'll go back to this screen and have a look and see whether we have actually brought anybody else in. We have indeed brought somebody else in. So 2 players coming in, nobody going out as it was. Colin Howes has come in from Burnley. We've taken him on loan. He is a central defender, a 3.5-star central defender, potential to be a 4/5 star. He's 20 years old. He's Irish, and he comes in as a little bit of it. He's got injury proneness, but we'll let him go that if he sort of does whatever. But I think it's more really as a backup for our team. So we may see him today. And the other person that we've brought in, this one again on loan. So we've got lots of loanees, nobody coming in on freebies. Carter Pinnington, he's a player that can play through the middle of the park. Again, primarily for a defensive, but we can play him as a defensive midfielder, which is also pretty handy. He is a 3-star League Two player, which is our level, of course, and he has got the potential to be a 3.5, 4.5 star championship player. So both of them up and coming, and an opportunity to prove themselves here in League Two. So we'll see what he does. So Carter Pennington and Colin Howes are the two that have come in. Obviously, we have to jiggle our loanees around a little bit, but as I say, the target is that we get them through. We'll forget promotion. We'll have a bit more money to push ourselves forward going forward. Let's have a quick look at the injuries. Jack Lorenza Jones is out with a gashed upper leg for 3 to 6 days, and also Casper Lepeta, who is in on a trial with us. He has a bruised shin. He's only out for a day. Carter Pennington has had a cold. He's back. Casey Pitti has had a virus. He's back. And Wakachu, he's had a tight groin and he's back from injury. So interesting to see the side that we put out today. We're going to have a look at that in just a moment. Past meetings against Wimbledon, we've played them once. That was earlier in the season at our place. Mika Peters from the penalty spot after 13 minutes. If I remember, it was an extremely cagey affair. So let's hope today is a bit better, because we do need 3 points from this game if we're to open a gap at the top of the table. Let's go and have a look at the side that we hope will get 3 points. And here is the team that faces Wimbledon in this League 2 matchday 32. Hollingshead is in goal. Howes, Armitage and Olsen are our defensive line. Linton, Gasper, Byron and Prescott in midfield. Linton and Prescott, of course, as the complete wing-backs. Peters and Jones are the wide attacking playmakers. And then Wakachu gets a start up front. I've just realised we should be in that mode. Wakachu goes as an attacking as advanced forward. And then on the bench, we have House, Pennington, one of our new boys, Whittingham, Braley, Candlish, Darcy, and Fletcher. Howes already in the team, of course, for this. Is he? Yes, he's playing in defence. Of course he is. So that is the team that will take us through and hopefully get 3 points against Wimbledon. And here we are at the Cherry Records Stadium. They're playing a 4-2-3-1 today. And we are playing our usual formation, flat back 3. We are top on 66, Wimbledon 9th on 52 points. Highlight just 2 minutes in. Peters is brought down. Oh, is there going to be a red card, or is he just going to tell him off? He's giving him a red card. Lorenzo Mitchell is off in 2 minutes. A goal kick, or free kick, more likely. Howes to Linton. Linton, he finds Peters. Peters has lost the ball, which isn't on the script. And we do have a man advantage. We need to make use of this man advantage, not let them run us all over. But that was cut out by Prescott. Olsen, Byron, back to Olsen. Olsen finds Prescott. Can Prescott do Prescott things? He's put that in for Wakachu. Wakachu misses the target. Fell nicely for Wakachu. Prescott seeing Wakachu's run. And the defender played it on, and it might have been the touch from the defender that actually put Wakachu off. We have a corner. 22 minutes on the clock. It's going to be a short one. Linton to Jones. Jones crosses this in, looking for Armitage, and it's headed on by Howes. And Colin Howes, the new boy, gets a goal on his debut, and on 23 minutes, we take a lead. Whoa. It's taken us 20 minutes since the sending off to get there, but Armitage heads this on, and Howes nods it into the back of the net. Dodson with a throw in. Ambrose, he's going to have a pop, and Hollingshead All he could do was save it, which he did do, thankfully. Dodgson. It's going to be an outswinger, but it's headed away, not convincingly, as is usual. And that one played through. Dodgson. It's too much ball here. It's crossed in, but Hollinshead comes out and collects. Gasper to Howells. Can we take this advantage we've been given? Linton inside of Gasper. Gasper, I thought he was going to lose that ball, but Gasper's gone round his man. He crosses this deep looking for Jones. Didn't find him, but Prescott is on the follow-up. Jones pulls it back to Byron, and Byron wanted a piece of that I score on my debut, and it didn't quite come off, but it was a good try. Well blocked. Gasper deep. Jones couldn't get to it. Prescott heads it back into Jones. Jones sees Byron, and it's Oxborough sticks his arm out. It should have probably been more than that goal lead, to be fair. We've had 8 shots, 4 of them on target, my 50%. I'm happy with that. 1.28 and 53% of the possession. They've had 6 shots, 3 on target, and 47% of the possession. Probably should have had more possession, given that they are a man down. But we do have the lead at the moment, and as it stands, we will open that 4-point gap at the top of the table, which is what we wanted. But I'd like to make it a bit more comfortable in the second half, if you don't mind, boys. And we are making one change at half-time. Luigi Gasper is very, very tired. I think he was coming into the game, to be fair. And we didn't think he'd see the game out, but didn't think he would tire quite so quickly. But he has done. So we have made one change at half-time. Ethan Braley comes on to replace Luigi Gasper. And we're nearly 65 minutes on the clock. We're making 2 more changes. Josiah Linton, he's not having a good day out there. We've replaced him with Kevin Canlish. And the other change is Colin Howells, the scorer of our goal. He's had a good debut, but he is tiring and needs to obviously get him up to full fitness. And Carter Pinnington comes on to replace him. 67 minutes on the clock. A throw-in on that far side. Ramsey, Alcock, Ambrose. And it's through. Dunham. Oh, and they've got level. But he's offside. Thank goodness for that. It won't count. Not sure he was, but there you go. Pennington, Peters to Byron. Byron finds Jones. Jones looking for Wakachu, and he's given the ball away, but Byron gets straight back in. Jones, cross this in. Oh, it's come off the goalkeeper, and they've cleared it upfield. Pennington is there. A chance goes begging to make it 2-0 and probably secure the win. Jones getting into a crossing position. Byron fires it against the thing, looking, of course, for Wakachu. And with 75 minutes on the clock, very nearly, we're going to make 2 changes to our wide attacking players. Peters is replaced by Whittingham. James Jones is replaced by Ronan Darcy as we go in look for this second goal, which will give us a nice, comfortable cushion. We have a corner. Braley with the corner. It's swung in. It's headed away. Darcy, who's come on. Darcy is going to win this ball. Pulls it back. Oh, and Whittingham has put it away. And 2 of our debutants have scored and very deftly put away. We have a 2-goal cushion now, boys and girls. Darcy, he nearly lost that ball, but he was determined to get through. Whittingham seemed to have loads of time and puts it away. Darcy with a free kick. We know he can score. 87 on the clock. Darcy, Wakachu! Oh, wasn't far away. And we have seen the game out. Helped a little bit by that sending off, I feel sure. But at the end of the day, it's mission accomplished. Colin Howells after 23. Matthew Whittingham after 77. Our 2 debutants. 21 shots we had at their goal, 9 of which were on target, not quite 10%, 50% in the end, and we should have had more. 3.16 the XG, They had 7 shots, 4 on target, which I'm not sure wasn't that far out at half-time, which we kept them really at bay. 51% of the possession to their 49. Will Armitage, a player of the match on 8.1. 3 key passes, 1 clear-cut chance created, and assist. He's had a player of the match, but I have to say, I'm quite impressed by the new boys. Jordan Byron, 7.1. Colin Howes, a 7.2 and a goal on his debut. And Matthew Whittingham, not on his debut. I'd been saying in commentary that it was his debut. It wasn't him that was a new boy in. Of course, it was Pennington that was the new boy in. I'm getting me lines crossed up there. But he's had a good day as well. 7.5 for him. And it was good to see Carter Pennington on the pitch as well. And he held the fort towards the end of the game there. So we have the win. Let's go and have a look and see how that affects the table. So there we are, confirmation of the result. 2-0 win against Wimbledon. And as a consequence, we are 4 points clear of Wigan in second. 6 points clear. Yeah, 6 points clear of Accrington Stanley in third. And 11 points clear now of Shrewsbury, more importantly, in fourth place. So that is how it is looking as we go into our second game of the episode. That comes up in 4 days' time. We've got 4 days down to the game against Doncaster. We've played them once in this series so far. A 2-1 win at Doncaster earlier in the season at the Eco Power Stadium. Charlie Olsen and James Jones, the scorers on that occasion. That was after Carl Hurst had given Doncaster the lead on 32. Managed to get them back eventually, but it was hard work and we thought we were going to either lose or draw that match. So a better result at the Bob Lucas today would be very much appreciated. So we're down to match day 33, the game against Doncaster. And, no news really to tell you about. We have a side to pick to go out and keep that 4-point gap at the top of the table. Let's go and see if we can do it. We did have a quick look, didn't we, earlier? 2-1 win against Doncaster last time out. Let's go and see if we can get a result today. Difficult side to pick in one respect. In the respect I'm talking about is because we have too many loanees. We can only play 5 in any one match, of course. So we've had to sort of juggle it a little bit to fit everybody in, and especially with Braley out. We've rested Braley because he was tired. So we've had to have a little bit of a jiggle around there. So the team looks like this. Hollingshead continues in goal. Howes, Armitage and Olsen are back 3 again today. Linton and Silcott Dewberry back after a rest as the complete wing backs. Gasper and Byron are between them. Whittingham gets a start after he's off the bench last time, and Darcy out on the right. Jones continues up front. Wakachu not really, well, I say continues, he's up front. Wakachu not really hitting it. He's not in the matchday squad today. House Pennington again because of the number of players that we're allowed to have in the squad. House, Pennington, Candlish, Petit, Abdul Malik, Peters and Fletcher make the bench. Here we are back at the Bob Lucas, and our familiar formation by now. Doncaster, they are playing a 4-3-3 with a defensive midfielder today. They are in 11th on 46. We are top on 69. "15 minutes on the clock. They have a corner. And it's gone in. Oh dear. Isaac Whitehall, 3rd goal of the season. And, well, from a corner, dead ball situation. We don't concede many like that. But this one we did. Whitehall getting up. And Hollingshead not getting anywhere near it. Darcy with a free kick on extra time. He's come back off the woodwork. And a penalty's been given. I'm not sure who that was brought down. It was Armitage that was brought down as he tried to follow up. And I'm hoping it's Darcy that's going to take the... it is Darcy going to take the penalty. And he sent the goalkeeper the wrong way. We're level at half-time. Second minute of injury time. 10th goal of the season for Ronan Darcy. Nice penalty. Well, reasonably even Stevens at half-time. 6 shots, 2 on target for both sides. We've slightly better on the XG. We've had a lot of the possession. But by virtue of that penalty from Ronan Darcy on 45 plus 2, we have got ourselves level at half-time. Having said that, we need to be better in the second half and get some more goals because we need to keep up the pressure at the top of the table. 66 minutes on the clock, just the one change for the moment. Luigi Gaspar, he's tiring again. We might need to rest him when Brayley is back. Carter Pennington comes on to replace him. And with 81 minutes on the clock, making 3 changes. James Jones is off. Luca Fletcher comes on for him. Abdul Malik replaces Whittingham, who didn't live up to his substitute billing last time out. And Mika Peters, Will Armitage has come off. We've moved Pennington back into that central defensive role. Casey Petit comes on in midfield. And on the 93rd minute, I don't know why, but we are taking off Josiah Linton and bringing off Kevin Candlish. Can he pull something out of the bag? The answer to that is ultimately no. Very disappointing once again. And, well, they had 10 shots, 3 on target. We had 8 shots, 2 on target. Didn't convert our chances, didn't create enough really in front of goal. And we've been lacking for a long period now. And I'm surprised we're still at the top of the table. 1.30 on the XG against their 48. I think the only thing that saved us today is we did have 65% of the possession. Charlie Olsen picking up a player of the match, 7.4. I think, as once again, that tells a story. Well, here are the day's scores, and it doesn't make easy reading, given that we had the opportunity to stay in front, and we couldn't do it, which is rather disappointing. The only consolation is we have avoided relegation. We can't get relegated now. With everybody having played 13 games left to play in this competition. And, well, obviously we get down. I don't think, at the moment, we don't feel as if we want to get promoted or stay up. We're really struggling. Having said that, some new players in, and I suppose that takes a little bit of time to bed down. Hopefully we will hit that form. We haven't lost. That's the main thing. So, today's results: Accrington Stanley beating Harrogate Town by 3-0. They were 0-0 at half time. They closed the gap to just 4 points over us now. Wigan, they beat Gillingham by 1-0. 89th minute goal from Price means that they are 2 points. So I suppose we've doubled our lead over Wigan. But still, they're in touching distance. If we slip again, then they could take advantage. Wigan then in second place. Shrewsbury, they have beaten Morecambe by 3-0 today. They close the gap on us to 9 points, 3 wins, and they will catch us. That's if we lose, of course. They are in 4th place. Gillingham, of course, are in, not of course, but they are in 5th and outside of the playoff places. I mean, we are something like 17 points clear of Cambridge, who are down in 8th place as it stands at the moment. Morecambe losing to Shrewsbury mean that they are in 23rd. Northampton are 15 points adrift of them, and 16 points adrift of Newport County in that drop zone. I think Northampton are pretty much gone, to be honest. They managed a 2-2 draw today, though, against Cambridge United, who are up in 8th place. So never say never. Is the case of that one. So that's where we're at the end of the episode. We are going to play Bradford City offline. We're going to come back for Crewe, who are currently in 10th place. Tranmere, who are currently in 15th place, as we head ever well along down towards the end of the season. And we need to be starting to pick up some form, if I say so myself. Well, I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. If you have, don't forget to leave me that big thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification button, leave me a comment. Don't forget that the notifications do keep you up to date with all future episodes of Bottom to the Top and our other series, Going Dutch, as they are released. New episodes of Bottom to the Top will be released every Tuesday and Friday, 4:15 p.m. And the best way of keeping up to date what's happening on this channel is to follow me on X at JustOffside2, especially as we approach FM 25. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you for the next episode. It's out on Tuesday. Until then, have yourselves a great bank holiday weekend. Till then, bye-bye.